And he was so afraid, and I often think about that, you know, here he was, a single person, having to give this message to the whole world. And imagine the weight on his shoulders at the time. And he went home, and it was to his wife Khadija, may Allah be pleased with her. And he turned to her at the time of need, and she stood by his side through very difficult times when the message of Islam wasn't being accepted by many. And the Prophet ﷺ and his companions were really persecuted. It was her who stood by his side and believed in him. So this song is dedicated, as young people, if you're looking for a beautiful love story, look no further than that. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. He stepped inside his home, he was overwhelmed with fear. An angel came with words from God, things were still unclear. Saying, read, read, but he could not read. Amazing words that he heard. A trembling deep inside his heart, confused by what had occurred. There was only one who could comfort him, to help him see the light. To ease his fears, to reassure, was Khadija, his wife. He said, Zammiluni, Zammiluni, Dathiruni, Dathiruni. A mighty task has come before me. I need you here with me, by my side, by my side. She was a woman of nobility, successful in all her trade. Many wealthy men had asked for her, she turned them all away. But when she saw Muhammad, a shining moon, may peace be on his soul, he was a light for her, so right for her, her life will now be whole. But she had never seen him so distressed as he was there that day. She would comfort him and hold him tight and chase his doubts away. When he said, Zammiluni, Zammiluni, Dathiruni, Dathiruni. A mighty task has come before me. I need you here with me, by my side, by my side. Now years had passed, times had changed, as Khadija breathed her last. And the message of the one true God was spreading far and vast. But then he came across some jewelry that Khadija had once worn. His eyes began to swell with tears, his heart began to mourn. 'Cause she was there for him when the times were rough and his enemies were cruel. She was the first believer, so keen and eager to comfort our Rasul. When he said, Zammiluni, Zammiluni, Dathiruni, Dathiruni. A mighty task has come before me. I need you here with me, by my side, by my side, by my side. Jazakallah khair. Thank you so much for inviting me here. I apologize for having you wait so long. It's very rude actually. Allah teaches us one thing, it's all about time, you know. The sun sets and rises, everything is according to a fixed time, and when we are late, it's not very good. So I apologize for that. Should I sing one more song? Yes?
Please.
Let's do a song. Mountains of Mecca. I wrote Mountains of Mecca in 2003 when I went for Hajj, and with my wife and I, we had a beautiful view of the mountains. I don't know if there's many left now, actually, to be honest. But I went on Hajj and I told myself that I wouldn't write any songs because the purpose was to find our salvation, to find my salvation, you know. And it was when I came to Medina, I met an elderly man in the elevator.
it, and he told me, he said, please can you write a song about the Prophet ﷺ? And he kind of almost gave me permission to do that. And it was the last few days before we left Makkah, before we came home, that I was looking at these mountains, and I figured if these mountains could speak, what would they say? They witnessed so many amazing things. They saw Ibrahim alayhi salam leaving his children, his wife and his child in the middle of the desert with nothing. And the mountains witnessed the building of the Kaaba. And they witnessed the army of Abraham trying to destroy the Kaaba. And they witnessed the birth of the Prophet ﷺ. And the mountains will be there probably when this world ends. And Allah asks us and we stand before Him with our deeds. And we pray that on that day Allah forgives us for everything that we've done and shows mercy on us.
Oh mountains of Mecca, what can you say of the day that Abraham passed your way, and he was instructed by God to build a house of peace where people will pray, and they will come on every limb, camel and out of every ravine, for the purpose of praising Allah, to glorify Allah. O mountains of Mecca, what can you tell of the day that stones from the sky fell, destroying an army determined to break the house of Allah that Abraham built? O mountains of Mecca, how was they done on the day that my Prophet Muhammad was born? How did it feel knowing he was to be the last and most beloved of all? Rasulullah, Nabi of Allah. O mountains of Mecca, you were there when the Prophet Muhammad came down in despair. Engraved in his heart were the words of his Lord to all of mankind. This was his call: La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. O people, praise only Allah, glorify Allah. O mountains of Mecca, how did you mourn on the day that the beloved returned to his Lord, and up till the last breath escaped from his lips, he prayed that his ummah would find success. O mountains of Mecca, how will it feel when the earth shall quake and tremble with fear, and we shall be gathered together to stand in the court of Allah with our deeds at hand? Oh, how we pray that on that day we'll be with those to whom Allah will say, peace be with you, I am pleased with you. O mountains of Mecca, bear witness that to the oneness of Allah do I testify. For all that He's given me, how can I deny? My purpose in life should be only to cry, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. There is no God but Allah, Muhammad is His messenger. Jazakallah khair. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming along and sharing with us. Remember me in your du'as, inshallah, me and my family. And let us all make the most of Ramadan that's coming. It's a wonderful month that allows us to get closer to Allah. And assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.